Hello everyone, and welcome back to Make Believe, where we're playing the house in Fata Morgana. Last time, we figured out that Maria was not actually as nice as she played it out to be. Playing to be Jacopo's childhood friend, playing to be the silver-haired girl's anchor. But she was neither of those in reality, and so she's been messing with the letters that the girl was sending to her husband, make it seem like she was actually sending it to some other man, and just feeling his jealousy until corrupting the relationship. So we'll see what's down this mess of a situation. Master, your carriage is waiting outside. How are you coming along? Coming along? Oh, that's right. I had an inspection scheduled today. I'll be right out. Have him wait. Is something the matter, Master? You look a little hazy. I'm fine. If you're not feeling well, you should stay. I said I'm fine. Not your job to try and infer my condition. Yes, sir. Damn it. Keep it under wraps. Act like normal. You can at least do that much, can't you? Damn you. Take care of your trip, Master. Yeah. Hmm? It's not the usual coachman. Oh boy, what's gonna happen to him? I also feel like I've seen him somewhere. Your fault. What? That we. Hey, speak up. Die, Jacopo Bersati. Hmm? Yeah. The moment when he said it was not the usual coach, I expected this. Master? Ah, ah, there's this knife in your stomach. Oh, oh God, someone, anyone. Silence. Don't make a scene. Call a doctor. Yes, sir. Ugh. Now I remember where I've seen him before. That's right. I put his factory business. I needed out of the picture to expand my own business. I guess he held a grudge about that. I should have been more careful. Blood flows with surprising abundance from a stab wound. It's not stopping either. Son of a... The world going white. Come on now. You have to be kidding. I know very well what kind of man you are. You wouldn't hesitate to lead a blind man off a cliff if it furthered your own goals. You make money off others' lives. You stand upon a mountain of corpse, cackling at everyone below you. For a man like you, love comes naturally as flying. Guess what? You don't have any emotion, and you never have. You've always been this way. My childhood was day after day of mockery. You're just a bunch of nobodies trying to pretend your name anything. They wouldn't say, they would say, sneering and glaring. Maria treated me as an equal, but she was the only one. I watched, showed them up. I wanted to show them up. And I guess we're gonna see what grudge she has against his parents. And to do that, I had to rise to the top. or at least high enough that I could laugh at them. My old man was the only one who wanted that. Did too. I had to make them acknowledge that I had value as a man who actually wanted to go through life being laughed at. I had to make them recognize that what I did had value, and I needed neither love nor compassion to do it. That's what I thought. Okay, and who's this? In the beginning, I only ever intended to use that woman. I simply needed her to build a name for myself. I guess this is the silver-haired girl. When she served her purpose, I could simply cast her aside. That's what I thought. Or rather, that's what I endeavored to make myself think. But deep down, I felt bad for her. I pitied the woman who was being made to marry a man she has never even met before. I'm sure what she really wanted was to have a regular marriage with someone she loved. But because her family wanted to cling to their name, she wasn't afforded that opportunity. I wanted to do something for her. It didn't have to be anything grand. I genuinely wanted that. The day of our wedding was when I first saw her. Her face, partially obscured behind the veil, was gorgeous, and crucially, was smiling at me. I had expected to find only gloom and despondence in her eyes, but instead, she smiled. The moment I saw that smile, that's when it all started. I wanted it to be a permanent part of my life. I truly did want to ensure she always had a smile on her face. Is this my room? Damn it. I feel nauseous. What time is it? The world's a blur. It's so hot. You mustn't get up. The doctor said bacteria enter your body through the wound. Oh, so she's not in the little house in the back? She's here helping treat him because of the doctor? Because of that, you have a very high fever. So maybe now she'll be able to talk to him? What are you doing here? I was told you had been badly wounded, but thankfully, it was not fatal. How did you make it out of... Pardon? Oh, I see. Maria, open it. Would you like some medicine to reduce the fever? Would be very questionable an action for Maria to open that and allowing them to interact. It should help you feel better. Yes. No. Stay by my side for a little longer. Is there anything I can do for you? You can ask me anything. My hand. Your hand? Did you hold my hand? You don't want to. That's fine. Like this? Your hand is quite cold. Probably feels that way because of your fever. They both of them in silent, huh? She is too timid to say anything, and he doesn't want to bring it up in the fear of the pain, and also because he is hurt right now. So, yes? I've done some regrettable things to you. Please, forgive me. Tell you the truth. From the moment I first saw you, I felt like you were what I had been searching for my whole life. Laugh if you like. I felt like I had finally found you. but I couldn't act around you the way I honestly felt. A bit of the tsundere. You should get some sleep. You should keep holding my head until I fall asleep. If you don't want to, that's fine. My hand is in yours. Thank you. You appear to be quite delirious, Master. Those are things you should be telling your wife, not me. Oh. Well then. That just ruined everything. No fair subtitles saying the white hair girl. It was all a dream. Of course it was. It wouldn't be that easy. And she would never come to my room. Not when you locked her out back, and especially how much you prohibit her to going there, to your room. She's involved with other men. Nope, not really. Jacopo, may I come in? And then there's Maria. I have another letter. Really? Like, all those letters really shows how much she cares about him, even though he locked her away, not speaking to her, is not answering her. He keeps sending letter after letter trying to talk to him. The white hair girl's persistent letters did not improve anything, but simply stoked the flame of misunderstanding. Thanks to Maria. This continued for several months. Though outside, the sun shone with the gentle warmth of spring, the cold, bitter winds of winter still relentlessly blew between Jacopo and his wife. Not allowed to leave her shed, never receiving a reply to her letters. The white-haired girl's only source of information was Maria, so he knows she's not getting any actual information. Week after week, her circumstances remained the same, but something else was beginning to show signs of change. Her mental state. Yeah, it would have happened eventually. It's pointless, madam. You're only wasting your time at this point. I saw him throw your lead into the fireplace. He's not going to read anything you write, no matter how much you pour your soul into it. He cares more about money and work than love. That's the kind of man he is. Ironically, he thought he was like that, but it seemed when he was delirious of the wound, he admitted to be the opposite, in fact. Just give up and file for divorce already. And if she did file for divorce, it would all but confirm to him that there was an affair going on. No. I will get through to him. Everything will go back to normal. I have faith. All my letters may go up in flames, but my faith will not be lost with them. As long as I keep writing, eventually I'll get through to him. So I cannot stop. Do you have any idea what he says about you, madam? Jacopo doesn't trust you in the slightest. Well, he certainly trusts you, Maria, more, and that's what makes it harder. He goes around calling you a witch. Man-eating devil woman. I wouldn't go that far, but that probably has been his thought, something around that in his thoughts, thanks to the misunderstandings. It's awful. There's no one as pure and beautiful as you. He says, I'm a witch. Listen to me, madam. He never for a second actually loved you. He just wanted the influence attached to your name. In a way, it did start like that. Wanting to mingle with the upper class. He used you. Like he admitted himself. That was his plan, to use her. But he couldn't. But last year, when we went out together, he gave me the Fennecis wheel at the photography shop. He had the owner make it specially for me. He was just trying to win your favor. If he really cared for you, he wouldn't have gotten you a paper toy. He would have gotten you something like a ring, a necklace, or some perfume, or maybe a nice dress. Something women really like. Has he ever given you anything like that? He doesn't have any feelings for me. Yeah, look at that. She feels like just a doll without emotions, just regurgitating everything Maria tells her. I'm sorry. I just couldn't stand to see you through this. But I don't know when to shut my fat trap. Ironically, considering you told Jacopo that you have tight lips, huh? I went too far. The last thing I need to be doing is hurting you worst. You know, for everything I said, your unwavering dedication is really impressive, madam. I know I suggested you get a divorce, but to be honest, part of me kinda doesn't actually want you to split up. Despite knowing you staying with him is just causing you pain. You made it this far. I'd like to see you make it all the way. Maybe he actually will start paying attention. Your sweetness can melt even his hard as steel. Yes, you're right. I will keep waiting, keep writing, and I will not divorce him. Yeah, alright. So please, keep delivering my letters. Unaltered. To him. You're my only remaining connection to the outside world, and that's the sad part. Oh yes, one more thing. If it's not too much trouble, could you tell me how he has been and what he has been doing lately? I do not have much else to write about. So if I could at least relieve him of some of his work-related stress. I am his wife, after all. I shouldn't be able to do that much for him. I am his wife. Her dedication to him was perhaps closer to an obsession. Yeah, because while it's Maria is her anchor, he's her one string of hope, and she's being trapped there with nothing else to do, nobody else to interact with. She's just holding on to that string there with all her might. And it's turning into an obsession. But she did not seem to be conscious of the fact that her obsession was killing her. She was visibly losing weight, and her spirit was breaking down. It's said that emotions fade with time, but the opposite can also be true. The act of waiting, of fervently believing for so many months, despite the object of one's affection not returning them, can tear apart a person's heart, crush their soul, shatter their spirit. No matter how radiant, how thick-skinned they may be, with enough time, will wear anyone down. No one is immune. It's pointless, Jacopo. Wait all you want. You won't get her back. Unless you do something about it. And talk to her. If she's going to be writing letters, she could at least write one for you. And she has. All of them. She looks so pure, pretty as an angel. But God Almighty, it is only how she looks. You've changed a bit. What? Have I? The old you would be yelling and screaming, chomping at the bit to go storming in on the madam. But he's broken down. He's a broken man now. Now you just go quiet. I'm just a little tired. You could break it off then? What? You already made a name for yourself in high society. Nobody's gonna suddenly start ignoring you. You're more than put her family name to good use. To put it in your own words, it's no longer necessary. This isn't something I really wanted to say, but the Madam has never liked you. She was married off to a total stranger and forced to leave her home. I'm sure she felt very lonely, very alone, and so she sought the companionship of other men. Anyone who wasn't you probably seemed quite attractive to her. Like, I'm feeling sorry for Jacopo. Like, her, the silver hair girl is, yes, I've been feeling sorry for her since the start of this era. And of course, it's only getting worse, her situation. But Jacopo, with this whole letter misunderstanding, like, I feel sorry and how it's breaking him apart. So, without getting violent or threatening to kill her or anything, just end it already. Quietly, and without a fuss. It'll be easier for you that way. I cannot. Because you still love her? That's wonderful, Jacopo. After everything, you still love her. That's just blind, slavish devotion at this point. Perhaps it is a foolish, unhealthy obsession, but I still do not wish to sever ties with her. But what ties? You're just keeping her locked in a shed, reading letters that you believe should be for somebody else. What ties do you really have with her at this point? I cannot get the image of her smile out of my head. The look of utter elation on her face as she looked through the phenakistoscope. Those captivating eyes beneath the veil at our wedding. I will never, for as long as I live, forget those sights. Oof, color me surprised. You're a sentimental one, aren't you? Well, I guess you would have been kind of mushy, haven't you? True to your heart, despite how you may look. That's not a bad thing, though in my book. There's nothing but pain in it for you now. But all you can do is wait until she stops writing. Which is ironic, because that is when she will have given up on them. But don't worry, if you need to let off some steam, I'm all ears. I'll be here for you until she breaks it off with the other men. Breaks what off? Apparently she's been closed off in that shed for months and months. What can she even be doing with other men all this time? No, that would not be necessary. What? I know very well that things cannot continue as they are forever. I knew it from the beginning, and still couldn't do nothing. This time, I'm planning to face her myself. Finally! You serious, Jacopo? Yes. But now it's a broken man and a broken woman, really. It's not the same people as in the beginning of the letters. Yes, I relied on you for too long. I was afraid of what I might do to her. I didn't want anyone to find out that my wife was being unfaithful, and I thought the best way to ensure that was by locking her up away from anyone else. But the situation is not going to improve unless I do something. Correct there. If only you realized that months and months ago. If I allow things to continue as they are, sooner or later, word of her infidelity will leak. So before that happens, I must face her myself. I must do something. It's probably best if you don't. Yeah, because she's afraid what's gonna happen once the two of them finally interact again. I'll tell her anything you want. Make sure things start make sure things start improving. I appreciate everything you've done, and I apologize for getting you involved in our troubles. But I'm going to end it now. No, I must put an end to it. This is a problem between me and her. You might get violent again if you go see her face to face. Yes, I might. I might do something that would look rather bad for me. Let us reach a point where, until the two of us face up to each other, it's never going to go away. It took me far too long. Tell me about it. I wasted too much time trying to find my resolve. I see. You need a way to break the ice then. Break the ice? Right. If you got some convenient excuse to talk to her, you'll reduce some tension and make it easier to bring up what you need to bring up, right? And what is she suggesting here? Here's an idea. That transcontinental railroad you've been funding, that's supposed to be opening pretty soon, isn't it? Yes, it is. That will be a message by telegraph when it happens, right? You can ask her to be there to hear it. And then you can invite her to ride the first. You've put your heart and soul into this project. It's finally being realized. It's going to be an amazing day for you. And a day like that's ripe for more good things to happen. It's going to be the accomplishment of a lifetime. Don't look so down the dumps. You're sending trains across this massive continent. Carry on the people of this country's dreams. Who says you can't stick a dream of your own in it too? Alright. Yes, you have a point. The railroad is spanned from coast to coast. She's a sickly girl, which makes long trips difficult. But this new rail system should make them much less straining. It would allow me to show her the world. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm getting excited myself. It'll go great. I'm sure of it. Yeah. I don't know what her plan is, but I'm definitely suspicious of Maria. Oh god, my fucking sides. Seriously, they're goddamn right. They're both of them. They keep on trusting me and keep on getting hurt. They don't have to be going through any of this. Ah, my god, Maria, you're terrible. And these people call me the Holy Mother. I bet the real Mary's rolling her fucking grave. Now, I must say, I wasn't expecting you to make a move, Jacopo. A shame at that. A squirming loser, paralyzed by insecurity, is a better role for you. If they do end up figuring it out though, tough luck. Doesn't hurt anything, just takes away a bit of my fun, after all. I don't understand why he's so infatuated with this railroad. I mean, I do sort of get romanticizing steel, but my kind of stew's a little smaller scale. Are you talking about like a gun? Anyway, I suppose it's about time to get things moving. No matter how this plays out, you will not have a happy ending, Jacopo. You're going to get a real taste of just how much I despise you. Maria! Oh, there you are. What is it? I'm on a break right now. You were assigned to clean the cellar today, weren't you? Well, head may say it hasn't been done yet. What? I did. I cleaned it. Just a casual once over, but hey. Well, do it again. and do it right this time. Because if you don't, it's gonna fall on me. And that's supposed to make me give a damn? I mean it. You take care of it. You get enough special treatment as it is. Yeah, right. I hate you the first time. I'll care of it. And don't you forget. Oh, for God's sake, why should I have been the one to tell her? Is she gone? Ugh, what a pain. Who cares if that damn cellar's clean? Not like anyone's bringing guests down there. Yeesh. I guess I should take care of it. Better than that tongue lashing by the head maid. God, why did I have to be a maid anyway? What a dank place. Ugh, it's so dark and humid down here. I did not expect us to be following her to the cleaning. Makes me feel gross. I guess she's gonna find something there that's gonna help her plans, maybe? Someone there? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? He came from further in. Wow, it's seriously dusty back there. Who was supposed to clean this last week again? Well, clean the whole thing next time, Dad. Just make my job harder. Just makes my job harder. Disgusting. Ugh. Damn cobwebs. Oh God. Oh dear God. I did not want to clean this. Huh? Ow. Oh, for God's sake. Stack the stuff properly. Now I gotta fix this whole mess. For the love of... And what did she find? What's this? Something carved into the floor. Never noticed this before. Someone get bored one day? Now what do we have here? But it's mostly illegible. Let's see. It's not written in English, but my native language. The one that Jacopo, huh? But it's not modern. It's rather archaic. Archaic? Why on earth would an old form of my country's language be carved into the floor of a mansion built here in the New World? Most of it is illegible, but I can make out one section. Our lives. Our lives shall be forfeit to the witch's curse. Oh yeah, that's right. This mentions as that talk about the witch's curse. I completely forgot that. I was so focused on the story of this current generation. Nevertheless, we must lay bare those with sin upon their souls, for the redemption of those whom are pure. Should you mean not to dispel your curse, we implore of you, O witch, to mark with it only their bloodline. The blood of the sinners flows through those who dwelt within this house, but not I. What in the... A witch? That's crazy talk. That's crazy. But why? Does the handwriting look like mine? Oh? It's just coincidentally similar, that's all. No one's handwriting's perfectly unique, after all. Yeah. Why am I so sweaty? Not that hot down here. No. Forget it. Didn't see a thing. Not a chance it's real. Just a tasteless prank. This is silly. There's something in this box. Is that a painting? Has that always been here? Huh? White hair. Fair skin. a painting. Is this from the Flax and Hair family's generation? From Neo and Nelly? Mel and Nelly? Is this the madam? But then, why is the face all torn up? And her clothes look really old-fashioned. The painting seems worn and faded too. Something about it feels off. I'm not sure how to describe it. It's very creepy. Unsettling even. There's writing on the floor. And this painting. What is with this house? It's just a painting. Nothing to get weirded out over. Ugh. I bet I know what happened. Jacopo probably slashed it up in a fit of jealousy. He is a simple man, after all. Seeing this probably wouldn't put him in the best of moods. Oh boy, she's taking that painting, isn't she? And now, is it when Jacopo arrives? What was that? Is someone there? The door is open? Nobody's there. What's this? Oh, no. This was Maria's plan to make her see the painting and think that he's angry at her and stuff. Who could have left it here? Is that me? Why? But face being cut. No. Why would someone have this painted? Just to do this. Who would do such a thing? You're like a witch, my dear. Like a demon. Your very presence brings misfortune upon others. You're cursed. No, I'm not. I'm not. Was it you, Jacopo? Did you have this painted so you could destroy it? You really despise me to that extent? Why did you? What did I ever do? Make you hate me so? Why? Why? Yeah, in her broken state, this really sending her off the edge. Ah, ah, ah. All I am doing, waiting for you. Worthless shrimp. Are those ears only for show? This house has no need of a garden. I always thought you had at least some sense of taste. She's remembering every line, every rough line he told her. Silence. It's all your fault. Every last thing. Then say goodbye to your freedom. Kill you. Does the mere act of waiting impose on you? Does my mere presence pervert you? Would it be better if I were gone? Would it be better if I had left Mansion? And with the door open, she's gonna run away thinking it would be better for him, but then he gonna come in, try to talk to her, and gonna see that she's gone. And gonna think that she went off with another man, probably. I left you. You don't think I can wait much longer? There's no end in sight. I can't take it, Eddie. There is no end. No, I will set a deadline for when I give up waiting. When the project you pour your heart and soul into is complete. When the railroad opens, I'll be finished waiting. And then it's over. Hopefully he doesn't wait until the railroad's complete to go talk to her about the railroad. Because I wasn't sure what was his plan of talking about that. If he was gonna wait for it to be over, or if he was gonna mention that's coming up. The Pacific Railroad's last spike ceremony was drawing nearer by the day. That day was, coincidentally, the deadline the two of them had set for themselves. Okay, yeah, so he did set himself the deadline to go to her. Jacob to confront his wife, and the white hair girl to wait for him. And as that day approached, he continued to write letters. He wrote letters purely by force of habit, despite having been worn visibly thin. I expect that she could not stop. The act of writing was all that kept her from going mad. But focusing her attention on another man through her letters, she was able to maintain her grip on herself. But that day would put an end to her suffering and despair. When the railroad was complete, all the misunderstandings would be cleared up. They would return to the smiling, happy couple they had been when they first were married. However, I think I've seen enough of this game to know that this doesn't end with a happy story. Like, I don't even know. I don't think there's any happy stories in this game, so. The harsh winter would finally come to a close, melting away into the past and allowing them to step into the future. With constant prayer in my heart, I impatiently awaited the railroad's opening ceremony. I did not, after all, wish for anyone to fall into any kind of misfortune. And that goes for you as well, master. Now, master, the door is soon to be shut upon this era. Are you prepared to see what happens next? I see. Very well. Then allow us to make our way to the final day. See with your own eyes, master, how this tale concludes. And please, do not let go of my hand. I'm gonna leave this the next time. So, yeah. And the end of the line. The months pass with the letters being taken and misunderstandings by Maria. They're just two broken people now, not able to keep moving on. And Maria just keeps feeding that fire more and more with the painting and all of that. Now, they both set a deadline to that day. The question is, what time does each of them end? Is Jacob's deadline gonna happen before hers? Or is the opposite gonna come true? But like I said, I don't see any happy stories in this game, so I don't have any expectation for things to go well between them right now. But that's all for this episode. And with that being said, see you next time. Bye.